dazzling moments. To win is not enough. You must win extraordinarily.
In this sport, you want to leave moments that last forever. I'm gonna leave something for you guys to remember for a lifetime.
I see these shots and I don't shy away from them. If you can see it and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
Just like that! Conor McGregor, featherweight champion of the world!
I'm going straight up. There'll be a belt on one shoulder and a belt on the other shoulder.
History has been made!
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants. Yeah!
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Everybody hop aboard the Blessed Express.
When it's all said and done, my name is gonna be there forever, etched in history.
Max Holloway! Hawaii, stand up!
I go out there and make fans remember moments.
I'm the best boxer you see, baby! Oh my, the no-look right hand! I'm the best boxer!
I'm gonna go in and do what I always do. I'm gonna go out, press forward, and I'm gonna tee off on him.
Surprise, surprise! The king is back.
If you want to be great, you gotta take chances.
He's got the fight won, and he's into one of the most dangerous fighters in the business. And he says, let's do this.
Look at this. Holloway just told them they're right here.
The ultimate holy moment of all time.
I'm gonna go out there and make a masterpiece and get my hand raised in spectacular fashion.
I see this fight playing out masterfully. Prepare to be in awe.
You just walked up the stairs and you stood there and you kind of took it in. You took a big breath. Can you take us into your mind? What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Confidence, absolute confidence and excitement to do my job. Happy to be back.
Is that a big part of you getting back here, is having the confidence to walk in front of everybody? And after what happened to you and some of the losses and the setbacks and the comeback and everything else, how hard was it? We always remember you being a confident guy. How hard was it to find that confidence again?
You know, you got to dig deep and you got to prove to yourself you are what you say you are. And so that was what it was for me. I was using it as motivation. It takes a lot of, you know, deep internal work to return from an injury like that and circumstances surrounding it. And I just use that as motivation. Lovely. I wish for it to be that way because now I can show. And on Saturday night, I'm going to show.
Are you just blessed in finding that naturally? Because a lot of people, when they're down and they're far away from this position, they can't find that confidence back, or they're trying to search on how to find it, and you just seem to will it, you know? Is it as easy as that? Or how, like, I know you just kind of described it, but how did you get that confidence back to walk in there and face a guy like Max Holloway on Saturday?
Man, I don't know. It's above, brother. It's divine. It's not me. It's above. That's how I feel with it. I could question my own self with that also, but I have it. I'm confident, and
Are you expecting that from him this fight? Because everyone's thinking, oh, this is going to be this striking battle and how exciting it's going to be to see this stand-up fight. But are you expecting maybe a little curveball and that kind of might take it down?
It's mixed martial arts, right? And I've been seeing, I don't know if you guys have been seeing on social media, but I've been seeing, oh, Conor McGregor's game plan exposed and he's like shooting and grappling. So never say never, you know. We saw what happened in the Nate fight, you know. He get dings good, he might change level, you know. At the end of the day, this is mixed martial arts. Don't count it out, and I'm excited. If that's what you want to do, that's where we gotta go.
How have you both evolved? Because Conor's come out and said that you actually took on some of his elements and style after that fight against him. What do you say to that?
For sure. You know, it's I never ever lose in there. I learn. You know, and if I can take something from former opponents and use it in my game, why not? You know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, it's fighting, and you to succeed in sport, you gotta grow. You gotta be able to.
For the love of the game, I am back. For the love of the craft.
Would you class this as the greatest comeback in UFC history?
yes, by far. You're going to see a master at the work. The Mac is back.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, bro.
You well?
Very well.
Did you ever think that you wouldn't experience another fight week? Over the last 5 years in particular?
No.
You always knew that there was going to be another fight week?
100%.
What gave you that thought?
My mental strength. You've got to be strong mentally. to come through what I came through. And that was my motivation and my fuel to prove to myself what I know. I'm strong enough for this. And there you go.
Is that your biggest skill? What goes on between your ears?
Probably. My biggest skill is my belief, my faith.
In yourself? In
being connected to the highest power. I am not my thoughts. I am not my feelings. I am my soul. And my soul is connected to the highest power. And that is that.
How's the weight been, mate? You're looking good. You're looking big. The shoulders are wider.
That's correct. The fight is at welterweight, but you get what I'm saying. I beat these men handily, absolutely easily. And yet I go on my career and you listen to this, that these men are better than me in the featherweight division, even though I beat them. So, you know, that was motivation for me in the camp, fuel for me in this camp, for sure. I'm excited to compete here at welterweight also. You know, I feel good at this weight. I've had some excellent performances in the welterweight division. Saturday night's going to be another one.
Speaking of entertaining, what about the mental warfare that Conor brings? We know you've dealt with some trash talkers in the past. You know, I think of Ilya, Calvin Kattar, etc. But are you looking forward to it, or does it annoy you at all?
No. I mean, I did a bunch of interviews already. So I did some media role already, and what I've been saying is just letting fans know, like, if you guys see me talking back to him, just know that he's not getting in my head. This is what I like to do, you know. And I don't have the opportunity to actually talk back or yap back to people, but if you ask my close friends, my family, my team that's around us all fight week, I give them hell, man. I give them hell. We talk a bunch. I don't really do it too much in the fight scene, but if he does it, and I'm game for it, you know. People keep forgetting I'm from this little part of Waianae in Hawaii, and I'm a gamer. You know how toxic gamers can be, so in the game chats, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
The wait is finally nearing its end, and the rivalry between Conor McGregor and Max Holloway is now escalating into an intense battle. In the buildup of their eagerly awaited fight, each fighter is getting aggressive on the outside while preparing for an even more aggressive fight in the ring. McGregor seeks to showcase his dominance once again and establish himself as the superstar who dominated the division once upon a time, whereas Holloway aims to demonstrate that his years of experience make him a totally different man.
Just a few more questions. I know this is a very busy fight week for you. You know, one of the reasons I think that you aren't in those conversations is not because your performances lacked anything. It's just there was a lack of performances. There wasn't activity, and I think obviously. Well,
you know, yeah, that's a fair shout for sure, and I understand why. I understand the whys of it. But you cannot get caught in all of this. What is the skill? Who is the best? Who is the greatest? Who is the best? And it is me. And the results show this. It's not like the fights weren't there. It was just elsewhere. There was divisional changes, which originally was not me. It was a fighter pulling out, or you know, things of that nature that kind of led to it. So I understand it. However, I don't agree with it. Yeah. I am the greatest featherweight since Bruce Lee, and on Saturday night I will show it.
And the only reason I asked you is because I think some of us wonder, like, what would have happened if Conor would have stayed at featherweight? What would have happened if he hadn't fought Floyd and would have stayed an active champion? Do you ever wonder that? Do you ever think about, like, what would have happened had you stayed the course? And not that everything was wrong with that. That was a big, massive fight against Floyd Mayweather, but do you ever wonder?
You know, look, who would have been there to fight, really? The challenges weren't there. You know, I could have went, I'd be still going through those guys. No disrespect, but, you know, and then I like a bit of food as well. I was getting a grown boy at the time, young man. And there you go, I'm back full. And
I love it. Well, just on the fight specifically, Max, Conor didn't look that great in his last round against Dustin Poirier. Dustin was able to successfully land a few shots on the feet, and we saw how effective that ground and pound was. How do you assess Conor as an opponent, and is it difficult to prepare for him considering, I guess, how little tape there is of him in the last decade, really?
Yeah, for sure, you know. I mean, I'm just getting ready for I'm just getting ready for the best Conor McGregor that anybody ever seen. Like I said, man, to have the accomplishment this man have, to do what he been doing, and to come back from that injury and wanting to come back, bro, dude's a fighter. So I'm getting ready for the best version, you know. At the end of the day, a lot of people saying, oh yeah, 5 years is long and blah, 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 this and that. I'm like, and the things that he was doing outside the 5 years, I'm like, bro, like, we only saw some of the bad stuff, you know. There wasn't a camera following him around 24/7, you know. And I kind of feel that he, not in the same sense, but when I play video games for like 2 hours, I stream over on Kick, people are like harassing me, hey, why are you playing video games? You need to be training, which is crazy. So I'm just getting ready for a dangerous Conor McGregor, man. I'm looking forward to facing the best Conor McGregor version of himself, and you know, he's a changed man. He found God, and you know, it just sucks that he got to see me on the opposite outcome come July 11.
You've battled with that on previous camps, because we spoke about that, haven't we? About whether they do come to the events, whether they don't come to the events. What's different this time?
Well, I am happy how it went the last time. I didn't bring them. I was away for camp, and camp was very good. The damage in the leg and just the hostility of it, it just wasn't the place, and I was happy I'd done that. Thankfully, you know, they weren't there to witness the leg break, and you know, that's it. I'm gonna go for it this time, and they're coming, and my aspiration and my aim is to let them watch their daddy in all his glory, under God, under our God.
Is that one of the reasons why you're back?
Not necessarily, No, for the love of the game, I am back. For the love of the craft, and for my mastery, to continue to improve my mastery in martial arts. That's why I'm back.
Was there anything that surprised you about Conor at that time?
Not really. I mean, the only thing that surprised me was just I guess his stall power. It was kind of crazy, you know, when we was in the back, what was it? This is an FX card, I believe it's FX. And they say, oh, you guys, you're walking out. So we go there, and then they pit us right where we go walk out, coming out the tunnel, and they're like, okay, wait 10 minutes. I was like, what? What for? They're like, we're going to air you guys walkout. And then they gave him the champion walkout in Boston. They blacked it out when they did his walkout. So I was like, oh, wow. This guy's something special, you know? So that's about it. In the fight, he just felt like another guy, you know? He was good. He was slick. Thought he was a striker. Ended up taking me down. I think he has 5 takedowns. He took me down 4 times. That's crazy as shit. But yeah, it is what it is, you know?
Are you expecting that from him this fight? Because everyone's thinking, oh, this is going to be this striking battle, and how exciting it's going to be to see this stand-up fight. But are you expecting maybe a little curveball, and that Conor might take it down?
It's mixed martial arts, right? And I've been seeing, I don't know if you guys have been seeing on social media, but I've been seeing, oh, Conor McGregor's game plan exposed, and he's like shooting and grappling. So never say never, you know. We saw what happened in the Nate fight, you know. He get dings good, he might change level, you know. At the end of the day, this is mixed martial arts. Don't count it out, and I'm excited. If that's what you want to do, that's where we gotta go.
McGregor takes a new approach in getting ready to take on Max Holloway, promising that there will be much more to see from him apart from rage and ferocity. The former champion claims that he is loving every single second of this process and that he is in some sort of flow. Even though Holloway has been boasting about pulling him into deep waters, McGregor thinks that this overconfidence downplays the skills he still possesses inside the octagon. But after the words from McGregor regarding how much fun it would be for him going into the bout, Holloway seems determined to focus on the entire task at hand. Although McGregor's skills in boxing, as well as his devastating knockout abilities, would play a significant role, Holloway does not see him only as a striker. He feels that he is gearing himself up for the best form of McGregor available to him, and that would include his skills of wrestling and grappling, which may sometimes be forgotten by the fans. And since the fight might change at any second, although he enjoys striking, he is prepared to alter his strategy accordingly. On the other hand, McGregor considers that being a father has totally changed his life, providing him with a whole new level of motivation and power for the upcoming battle against Holloway. For the ex-champion, being a father means feeling different, having the power and self-confidence that come from witnessing the healthy development of one's own offspring. McGregor said that being a father has provided him with an entirely new perspective on life and fighting, bringing him to this next phase of his career in a more mature way. In preparation for his upcoming bout, McGregor is enjoying the time that he can spend with his kids in Las Vegas. As part of his continued preparations for the match, McGregor claims that everything is going perfectly well, regardless of his lack of participation in combat for almost 5 years now. As he claims that he had totally dedicated himself to training, McGregor explains that he has adjusted himself for this comeback. He admits that his camp had spent some time in California as part of their preparations, ahead of their arrival at Las Vegas for the final preparations. As far as his physical and mental preparation is concerned, McGregor believes that he is well placed now to make a comeback to the ring. Whereas McGregor feels that having to fight at 170 pounds will give him an automatic edge, Max Holloway does not seem to agree with this sentiment, arguing that the weight issue alone will not say it all. The fact that Holloway fought at welterweight before was something that he used as an example of how he has learned to cope with people who are bigger than him in terms of size. In addition, Holloway noted that his time working with the former welterweight champion, Jack Della Maddalena, has made him realize what a 170-pounder is capable of. Based on his belief in his readiness in both physical and mental aspects, McGregor is convinced that this comeback means a lot more than simply showing that he can still compete. The ex-champion is sure that during training camp, he had a lot of sources of motivation, including the intention to make people remember how far he can go. According to McGregor, his earlier victories over the best featherweights were not appreciated enough, and this match will be a great chance to rectify the situation. Showing due respect to the successful career and achievements of Holloway, McGregor is sure that he has an excellent opportunity to demonstrate his skills. Following the statement of McGregor about the fact that this bout will be another opportunity to prove his caliber, Holloway refuses to underestimate the capabilities of his rival. Despite numerous concerns about the current shape of McGregor and about the considerable time that passed since his last fight, Holloway insists that he is readying himself for the toughest possible version of the former champion. It is because, according to Holloway, McGregor's accomplishments, his resilience to overcome an injury, and his eagerness to come back indicate the mentality of a real fighter. Continuing his thoughts on McGregor's time away from fighting, Holloway believes people have only seen a small part of what the former champion has been doing behind the scenes. Holloway explained that there was no camera capturing McGregor's every move over the last several years, so fans cannot truly know how he has prepared for this return. He understands the criticism that comes with stepping away from competition and says he has experienced similar reactions himself. Despite everything, Holloway expects a dangerous and motivated McGregor, acknowledging the changes in his life while making it clear that he will be standing across from him on fight night. As McGregor continues to discuss his comeback, he says having his children with him for this fight week will make the experience even more meaningful. McGregor explained that in previous camps, he chose to keep them away from the pressure and intensity, especially after suffering his devastating leg injury. This time, however, he wants them to be there to witness the moment. While fatherhood has added another special layer to his return, McGregor insists that is not the reason he stepped back into competition. He says his true motivation comes from his passion for fighting and his desire to keep improving his skills. Looking back at their first meeting, Holloway admits there was one thing about McGregor that stood out before they even stepped into the cage. Holloway recalled the massive attention and special treatment McGregor received during fight week, saying it showed just how much of a superstar he already was. However, once the fight began, Holloway says McGregor was simply another opponent in front of him. While he respected McGregor's sharp striking and ability to surprise him with takedowns, Holloway believes the experience helped him understand exactly what kind of challenge McGregor brings and what he needs to prepare for in their rematch. Who do you think will back up the trash talk when the cage door closes? Will Conor McGregor turn back the clock, or will Max Holloway prove he is the better fighter today? Share your prediction in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more MMA updates, breakdowns, and fight news.